I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign.
The K-pop world is rocked by a hot drama again. This time, BTS's V is in the spotlight after the shocking news about his secret conflict with the big boss, HYBE CEO Bang Si-hyuk. ARMY immediately went hysterical. Could this be the beginning of a disaster for BTS? Check out 5 hair-raising facts that will make you slap your forehead while shouting, "There's no way this is really happening." First, V fought by HYBE. Because of a solo album? Layover was a huge success, but who would have thought that behind the scenes V had been having a mental breakdown for months? A source within HYBE leaked that V had a tantrum in the meeting room because the management insisted on forcing a generic pop concept. In fact, he wanted to make a modern Frank Sinatra-style jazz and R&B album. He threw his chair and shouted, "I'm not your puppet," said a staff member who did not want to be named. Worse, Bang PD reportedly even threatened to cut the music clip budget if V sulked. Wow, second contract only 3 years. V wants to leave HYBE? The latest contract leak has ARMY speechless. It turns out V only signed a 3-year contract extension, the shortest among the other BTS members, which average 5 to 7 years. He deliberately negotiated a short contract so he could be flexible. There are rumors that he has already made a deal with a foreign label like Columbia Records, said an industry insider. If he really leaves, HYBE could collapse and lose its cash cow. 3. HYBE CEO sabotates V's solo career? This is what makes netizens tremble. Several insiders admit that HYBE deliberately delayed layover promotions to focus on Jungkook blocked V's collaboration with international artists. He said he wanted to duet with Eze, downplayed V's achievements in the media. There was a secret meeting where Bang PD said, "We have to maintain BTS's image as a group, not individuals," said a former HYBE staff. How mean is that? 4. V ghosting. His own CEO? The wildest gossip? V reportedly hasn't talked to Bang Si-hyuk for 4 months. In every meeting, he always sends a representative or just video calls. Even during company dinners, V deliberately sits furthest from his boss. He even said to the manager, "I feel sick looking at his face," claims the source. If it's true, this is God-level petty. 5. There's a secret mission letter from V for ARMY? The most mysterious. At the last concert, V reportedly slipped in a hidden code for ARMY. Wearing a prisoner outfit in the layover MV, symbol of being trapped in a contract. Lyrics, "Slow dancing to freedom in slow dancing equals," a dig at HYBE IG story photo of a jail door plus caption, "Soon." Netizens speculate. Is V preparing a grand escape from HYBE? Bonus. BTS breaking down 2025? It's scary. But a leaker claiming to be a former HYBE staff member said, if V really leaves, BTS won't have a reunion in 2025. The other members will also leave. If it's true, is this the end of BTS's era? The Korean entertainment industry has been rocked by a storm of scandals after our in-depth investigation uncovered new, more explosive facts. It turns out that the conflict between V and HYBE is not just a creative dispute, but a power struggle that has been brewing for years. Reliable sources claim that V has secretly built his own independent professional network, including the establishment of a personal production company registered under his family name. Entertainment industry law expert Kang Ji-hoon revealed that V's move to shorten the contract period was a very smart legal strategy. With a 3-year contract, he retains the right to negotiate while having time to build his own business infrastructure. This is a tactic that Hollywood stars often use when they want to be independent from big studios. What's more surprising is that this tension has been evident since the layover promotions. Creative staff working behind the scenes claimed that V secretly recorded an alternative version of the album in a private studio with a completely different concept. There was a pure jazz version of slow dancing that was much more experimental, but HYBE insisted on using a more commercial version, the source said. The split deepened when it was discovered that several executives at Columbia Records, a label under Sony Music, had made intensive approaches to V. They offered full creative freedom plus recording facilities in Los Angeles and London, said an anonymous US music industry insider. On the other hand, HYBE is reportedly preparing for the worst-case scenario. The company has reportedly allocated special funds for a media campaign if V really decides to leave. They have a special team that prepares a narrative that V is an unruly and unprofessional member, said a former employee of HYBE's PR division. Another surprising fact is about Big Hit Music's role in this conflict. Although it is a subsidiary of HYBE, Big Hit Management reportedly sided with V in several important decisions. There is an internal split between the old Big Hit team, who understood BTS since their debut, and the new HYBE executives who are more business-oriented, said an industry analyst. The situation became more complicated when it was discovered that several other BTS members had different opinions about the conflict. Some members fully support V, but there are also those who are worried that this will ruin the 2025 reunion plan, said a source close to the group. The most unexpected thing was the involvement of big companies behind the scenes. It turns out that several South Korean conglomerates have been eyeing this moment to take over HYBE's shares, which are expected to plummet if V leaves. This is not just a conflict between artists and agencies, but a high-level corporate battle, said a capital market analyst. Armies around the world have begun to divide themselves into several camps. Most fully support V with the hashtag #FreeTaehyung, which continues to trend, while others are worried that V's move will destroy BTS's future. Several major fan sites even claim to have found evidence that HYBE is deliberately limiting the sale of V's official merchandise. Amid this hustle and bustle, V seems calm. He was recently seen spending time in his personal recording studio and visiting a contemporary art exhibition. He seems to be preparing something big, but he's deliberately keeping everything a secret, said a neighbor of V's housing complex. Celebrity branding experts predict that V's personal brand value has actually increased dramatically due to the controversy. He has successfully positioned himself as an artist who dares to go against the system. And that is very popular in the global market, said Professor Kim Hye-ji of Korea University. Meanwhile, HYBE is reportedly considering offering V a new, more favorable deal. They realize that V's departure will be a financial disaster, so there is a high probability that there will be a compromise, said one industry analyst. Behind the scenes, several top music producers have expressed their support for V. He is one of the most talented artists of his generation. He should be given full freedom to express himself, said a producer who has worked with BTS. As the year draws to a close, all eyes are on two things: V's official decision on his future and HYBE's reaction. Will this be the most expensive divorce in K-pop history? Or will the two find common ground? One thing is for sure: whatever happens next will change the landscape of the Korean entertainment industry forever. And V, whether he intended it or not, has become a pioneer in the movement to free artists from the grip of a system that has held them captive. Fans can only wait in anticipation, preparing themselves for any eventuality. Because, as the saying goes, the biggest storms always come before the calm. Stock market experts say that HYBE's stock value has fluctuated wildly since the rumors of the conflict broke, with foreign investors starting to reduce their stakes significantly. Financial analyst Lee Min-jun predicted, if V really leaves, HYBE could lose up to 30% of its market value overnight, a major blow that would affect the entire K-pop ecosystem. Verdict: there's still no official confirmation, but one thing's for sure: there's a serious Cold War going on between V and HYBE. If it gets out of hand, it could shake the K-pop industry even more than the Chris Wu case. Army, get your tissues ready, because 2024 might be the most tragic year in BTS's history. For those who read this far, comment #SaveTaehyung if you're upset with HYBE on fire.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin.